Are you thinking of moving to Huntersville, North Carolina, and you're wondering what it's gonna really cost? Stay tuned, we're gonna dive in and I'll show you. Hi, I'm Joe McIntosh and welcome to another episode of the Carolina Salute, where we cover everything Charlotte, both north and south of the border. Every day, I help people just like you move all around this great city. So shoot me a text, give me a call, an email, schedule a Zoom, clap some pigeons, get in touch with me so I can get you the information you're looking for. What do you say? Let's get into Huntersville. So let's dive in and talk a little bit about Huntersville. Huntersville is an awesome place to live. It just north of Charlotte. Easy commute up 77. Does sit on the eastern banks of Lake Norman. It's got a quality school system and generally has a very high quality of life score. So it has become a desirable place for families and everybody else to relocate. Huntersville has a population of about 60,000 people, and about 69% of it is families, and 73% of all homes in Huntersville are owner occupied. So it's got a strong neighborly feel. It's got an A+ crime rate. And as I've said, the majority of the schools are of good quality. So naturally, when we talk about the cost of living here, it is gonna be higher. It's higher than it is in Charlotte, and it's higher than it is in most of North Carolina. Home prices in Huntersville have been strong, even in this fluctuating market where some places that were COVID hotbeds cooled off. Huntersville and the Charlotte area has maintained, and our prices are going to continue to increase because we are a popular place to live. In the fall of 2023, our median home price is $540,000. Now, if you catch my vlog, there are options below that, and there are plenty of options over that. So it's just going to depend on what exactly it is you're looking for. But as the population in the Charlotte metro continues to rise and we are a popular destination, over 3,000 people a month move here, cost of housing is going to go up. But hey, you're going to go to the grocery store, you're going to stop by Publix or a Harris Teeter, and you're like, man, how much is a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread? In Huntersville, our grocery store prices are going to be 3% less than the national average. There are some awesome local farms here, so if you've ever wanted to buy meat in bulk, you're like, man, that'd be cool to buy a whole cow or half a cow or a quarter cow. And the same things for, say, your pork. There are many amazing local farms here that will afford you that opportunity. But if you're gonna do that, just make sure you buy an extra freezer first, because all of that meat's not gonna fit in your traditional refrigerator. A loaf of bread here, it's gonna cost you $3.78. A gallon of milk, $2.37. Now, let's talk about brass tacks, power. What is it gonna cost to heat and cool your house? One thing to know is, hey, solar is not super popular here at the moment. Power has traditionally been inexpensive, but I think over time that could change. Your power here in Huntersville is going to cost you about 14 cents a kilowatt hour, which is 4 cents less than the national average. Your average energy bills here are going to be about $161 a month. Now, if you like to keep your home feeling like a meat cooler, or you like to live in a terrarium and you want it really hot, then hey, guess what? Those costs are gonna be considerably more. Your peak power bills are gonna be June to August, as everybody here, as I've said, hey, it does get hot in the summer. And so, hey, you're gonna run your AC to beat the heat. Please do make sure you get your AC serviced, because those things are gonna be working. And then again, you might get some more expensive bills in December, January. It does get cold here, and if it's gonna get really cold, usually December, January is when it's gonna happen. But traditionally, the winters are pretty mild. You know, we are very car dependent, so gas is something you're gonna really have to factor in. Right now, we're averaging about $3.18. Could be less, could be more, but just kind of something to think about. You know, car maintenance is gonna become a real expense for you. For cable and internet, you're looking at about $175 a month. If you're looking to run business, enterprise type service, hey, you will pay a good bit more for that. You know, something I kind of like to hit on here and again is, hey, if you're coming out of the Northeast, you're gonna trade in your snow blower for a leaf blower, because it is beautiful. It is beautiful here in the fall. There's lots of trees, but naturally the word fall, all of the leaves fall off the tree, and you will spend some weekends blowing some leaves. Next thing we're going to talk about is taxes. Everyone wants to know, how much is the government going to take from you? So your total property tax rate for Huntersville, North Carolina is going to be about 0.85%. And that's the combination of Mecklenburg County and the city of Huntersville. Now that's a little lower than a lot of places in the country, but it is a little higher than a lot of other places in North Carolina. In 2023, Mecklenburg County has just done their reassessment, and they do that every 4 years. North Carolina income tax is a flat tax, and income is taxed at the rate of 4.99%. So we continue to talk some about taxes. Your military retirement is not taxed in North Carolina. Neither is your Social Security tax. Let's talk some about childcare costs, cost of education. Huntersville is in Mecklenburg County and a part of Charlotte-Mecklenburg school system. And so they also get to participate in MEC Pre-K, which is free pre-K for all 4 years olds. And they have recently removed the income restriction. So it's now open to all 4-year-olds within the county, regardless of their parents' income. The average here for daycare or private pre-K is hovering around $1,400. You might find some that are a little bit less. And as always somebody that'll let you pay them a whole lot more. Now let's talk about, hey, what are you gonna do when you're not at work? You spend all your time working, you gotta go spend this money somewhere, right? You wanna have a good time, and if you're looking to get outside and burn some calories, or just take in the beauty that is around you here in Huntersville, there is no shortage of options. So whether you want to go out to Latta, historic place here in Huntersville, or 20 minutes down the road is the Whitewater Rafting Center, absolutely an amazing place. And there's enough historical sites and places to see here to keep you busy for probably a year's worth of weekends. Take a weekend a month and hit all the sites. Some are free, and if they're not, it doesn't cost a whole lot here. We've got the Huntersville Aquatic Center. You've got the Discovery Place for kids. Take them down there, they get to learn, don't even know they're learning. There's just about always something going on down at Baxter Village or one of the many parks here. And as always, we're a simple commute down to Charlotte. You've got the Carolina Panthers, you've got the Charlotte Hornets, you've got Major League Soccer, we've got the Charlotte Knights, AAA ball club affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. So if you're looking to get into Major League spending, you want to sit in a box seat and watch LeBron James or Patrick Mahomes, hey, it's definitely an option for you here. And Huntersville also sits on the southern banks of Lake Norman. So get out on the boat and have a good time. When you're not at work, we've got plenty for you to do. I've talked about, hey, cars are gonna be one of your expenses if you're used to living in the Northeast or some of the popular places on the West Coast where you've got trains and subways or like the BART system. We really don't have any of that here. We are gonna be very car dependent. So oil changes and tires, gas, it's gonna be something you have to think about. Huntersville does score really well on the walkable scores as you look us up online, but just remember, hey, a lot of those shopping centers are on major roads. Maybe you don't want to let your kids ride down there on the bike, so maybe you drop them off on a car. It's gonna be pretty car dependent here. Speaking of being car dependent, hey, we do have all the rideshare apps, but just remember as you get north and outside of the 485 Beltway, hey, the time it takes somebody to get to you could take a little bit longer. So if you're gonna Uber to work or you're going to Uber your more semi-adult kids somewhere, just keep in mind it could take a little more time and it's going to cost you a little more money. Without further ado, some of the major employers here in Huntersville are Sabic Innovative Plastics, Rubbermaid, Irwin Industrial Tools, the Max Deitweiler Corporation, North American Tire Distributor, Presbyterian Hospital, the McGuire Nuclear Station, Siegling America, the Metrolina Greenhouses, and Joe Gibbs Racing, to name a few. And that's just here in Huntersville. Plus you've got all of the banks and all of the big business in Charlotte. I swear there's a hospital on every corner. There are 2 major hospitals in Huntersville. So we've got you covered for all of your medical needs. Just double check your insurance and make sure that there's not something funky that it doesn't run in North Carolina. I don't know why it would be, but just double check. Hey, so I covered some of your cost and things you're gonna spend money on here in Huntersville. I hope you found this video valuable. If I can ever get you any more information, please don't hesitate to give me a call, shoot me a text. Let's schedule a Zoom. Clap some pigeons, whatever your modality is, get in touch with me so I can get you and your family all the information you're looking for. Well, until next time, it's been fun, friends. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Carolina Salute. I'll catch you on the next one.